Hello there, this is going to be a video response or critique on why men are superior to women by Trisha Paytas. And I've been a subscriber for quite a while, for over a year and a half now. And I watch her. She's pretty entertaining. She's a pretty smart girl and stuff. I've even defended her in the past because, you know, it's like free speech and stuff. But yeah, she does come up with some ridiculous videos sometimes. She's like kind of half trolling, half being serious, or straight up trolling sometimes. But yeah, I'll try to keep it brief. And even though it's a 5-minute video, but yeah, I'll play the video and I'll go along explaining stuff or doing a rebuttal of the video. Okay,
now before y'all go crazy at me because of the title, let me just say, women are superior to men in many ways when it comes to cooking, cleaning, scrubbing the carrots, mopping the floors, making the babies. Women have it all over men. They do. So I know a lot of people really get mad at me when I say I'm an anti-feminist, or when I, say things like men are superior to women.
Alright, first of all those things you mentioned are kind of like, demeaning to women, like scrubbing. I mean, you can do those, but being forced to do just only those things and being like kept from being able to like go into other fields like, I don't know, politics and stuff. We still don't have like that many female politicians. It's like overwhelmingly dominated by males. And I don't know, in the United States we still haven't had, in all these centuries, we still haven't had a woman president. And yeah, so yeah, all those things are basically like underdog, like things that like underdog things, like things that, I don't know, somebody who's subservient to like somebody else would do, like basically to accommodate men and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can do them, but not like being forced and stuff. Or I mean, a guy can do them, just vice versa. It's the same thing, a guy can do them, like take turns and stuff. But, or I mean, if you live by yourself, but it's not that women excel at those things. I mean, they wouldn't really want to excel at those. I mean, it's not like it's not like it's an only occupation for women only. That's what's wrong about your comments. But anyway,
I believe, God created man to.
Oh yeah, and then I mean, it's not that they're superior, but I mean, you just have to like weigh out like all the advantages that men have, and the advantages that women have, which are few. I mean, so it's clearly, men have it better than women. So yeah, and there aren't that many guys like defending this point of view. There should be more of them. I mean, I've seen them like on the other side of the fence, like basically attacking feminism and stuff. But I don't know, there should be more guys defending it. I think that there could be some good things that could come out of like changes and stuff. But yeah, it's basically men exert control over women.
Be superior to women. And
yeah, okay, so women have more disadvantages than advantages, and men have more advantages than disadvantages, so they're better off. And I don't know, it's not that they're superior. I mean, I don't think they're superior, but I don't know, it's just I just think that women, since, I don't know, they have like less strength, I guess, or muscle mass. That's what they say. Apparently that's what it is, but I don't know, still women are not like compensated for the role they play in like keeping humanity going and stuff, which, you know, their body does most of what it takes to produce a baby. You know, all these like extra organs that they have. Yeah, it would be a lot easier for, I mean, and women take yeah, it would be a lot easier to have like a corral full of men for like reproducing and stuff. Like every time you need to get pregnant, it would be like a female society, and like men would be like corralled in the corral, and then every time you needed to get pregnant, you go in there and like rope one of those guys, rope them, subdue them, and extract like semen from them, because I mean, men don't really that much care to be like to be able to like make children or do their part in like conceiving or procreating, but women need a lot more care. So yeah, it would be a lot easier than like being the other way around, like having women corralled in a corral and like going catching them and like extracting well, basically, I mean, they have like incubators nowadays, but yeah, extracting a female egg, I mean, you'd still need like their womb and stuff. Okay, I just went, this is a weird perspective, but yeah, I think it's worth talking about. Okay, yeah.
In a lot of fields, and I think that's just a genetics thing. I don't think it's not bashing women, but there are a lot of things that I think women are like.
Oh yes, yeah, no, a lot of guys complain about, I don't know, like divorce laws and like child support and like custody laws for keeping children, all that stuff, and like that women can claim sexual harassment and stuff. I mean, that's just a cause of because I don't know, women are oppressed and stuff. Like they're like disadvantaged in almost every aspect of life, basically. And like men have rigged the system to be against them, and so that they have to like depend on them and almost become like, or in some cases like become property of men. Women become property of men. So yeah, that's how this works.
We're just as good as men, we're as equal as men, but like chemically we're not as good.
Well, yeah, they might be a little bit different, or a lot different, I don't know. But still, I mean, they're not like compensated. They're not like fairly compensated for the role they play in like society, and basically like keeping like humanity alive, and keeping humanity going.
As men, if that makes sense. So without trying to cause too much controversy, I have just a few points that I think might explain myself a little better when I say these things, like I'm an anti-feminist, or when I say, you know, just let the man do it. And I say that a lot in my real life and everything. It's like, that's why you need a man. That's why women need men. And I think women do need men. Obviously men need women to reproduce, but I think in the majority, we as women need men more to survive. So the first myth, which is not really a myth, is that women are bad drivers. Women generally are bad drivers because we lack spatial recognition. So
I mean, there might be some difference between men and women, and I don't know, your motor skills might be affected by that, but I'm not sure if women have like less spatial recognition. I think it's just that boys you know, they have more exercised that part of their brain, or they have trained it better and stuff. If that's even, I mean, and that's not necessarily true, because I don't know, men, I'm pretty sure men drive a lot more like recklessly, and like they try more, I don't know, like street racing and stuff. How many times have you seen girls do street racing? Very few. Which, I don't know, sometimes a lot of them get into car accidents or even die. But I don't know. Yeah, a lot of them speed. I think more men speed, or men speed more than women, probably. I don't know. That's about even, maybe, but it's not necessarily that. It's just that boys have that part of their brain more like trained, because they're like contact sports and stuff like that. They're encouraged to play like that, like rough sport, like football and stuff. So that basically more or less trains your spatial recognition, as you called it. Okay, so that's just one of the reasons why, I don't know, they have better spatial recognition. But I don't know, I think men are worse drivers. They're always trying like risky stuff. They're more prone to like just cause like accidents on the road. I think
that's just genetics. Again, that's just something that's wired. We don't have the best spatial recognition, so we are bad drivers. I know I'm a terrible driver. Again, I know this is just a majority thing, exception to all the rules. I totally get it. So before you're like, oh, I'm a great driver, well, you're an exception to the rule. But we do lack that. And also, in our brains, you know, men are proven to be better multitaskers. When given the chore to make dinner and help with the kids' homework, men are 10% less likely to burn the food while helping a child with dinner. And I thought that was a really interesting statistic that I was reading about, because I said, well, see, there you go. It's not even a gender thing, anything men can do, women can do. It's like, because they can't. Just like men can't have babies. Like, we just are not as mentally equipped to handle a lot of things. That's why men succeed in sports and business. You know, they're less emotional. Just all of this stuff is just something.
it's not the women are less emotional. I mean, that thing about multitasking, guys being better at it, I think that's just like redundant. There's no real like where'd you get your statistics from? Some misogynist site. But yeah, I think they're just, since the system is rigged against them, like women have to worry about, I don't know, depending on men to get their like basic needs met. They basically have no self determination. Like, they can't just do anything because they're like, the system is rigged against them. They're like discriminated against in the workplace and everything. And yeah, that's another. See, we're having like, I don't know, like football and stuff. I don't know. They could have like a female league, but I don't know. Men just don't want to have, you know, guys just don't want to have a female football league or baseball league or whatever. But I mean, see, if you were a woman, or if I were a woman, that would severely cripple my like self-esteem. And I don't know, because of like the narrowed or limited choices that I have, narrowed amount of choices that I have as to what I want to do in my life. So yeah,
from within, it's not, we can't change it in our makeup as females. So that's the first thing I think people have to realize before you think, oh, I want to be equal, you know, it's like, well, we all can't be unicorn. Also, when it comes to like working and just being more physically fit, I mean, they have larger muscle mass than us. They have a larger lung capacity, so they're able to exert themselves more, thus getting better jobs, you know, getting more accomplished than women. And I don't think that's a bad thing. You know, I think we need to give that to them. And personally, as, you know, a woman, I am more than happy to just step back and let the man be superior.
But yeah, I mean, like I said before, you know, if women did the same kinds of things that males do, like I don't know, like forcing them into, you know, for controlling them and stuff, like forcing them to do things that they don't want, like that they want women to do, and doing all kinds of stuff. You know, women could do the same thing and, like, I don't know, round them up and like somehow get them under control, round them up, keep them stupid and educated, and like keep them in a corral, and like every time you need to procreate, just go and extract semen from them, subdue them, like keep the male population a lot smaller than the female population, so they always have an upper hand. So yeah, that's kind of like diabolical, but I don't know, that's pretty much what happens in the world. Like that would be like something that women could try. I don't know, but spare me, I'm on your side, so don't put me in the corral.
I think if you keep those expectations low, you can only exceed them. That's the way I look in life. You know, I love it when people underestimate me or expect nothing from me, because guess what? You'll never disappoint anyone. You can only impress people. So I don't mind, you know, as a female being looked down upon for that reason. And so while I think, you know, I'm not saying let's kill all these women because they're useless. They're definitely not. We're reproducing.
Yeah, so I mean, as far as people not expecting anything from you, and that you can only like you're looked down on, you can only impress them, like exceed their expectations and stuff, that can also affect you, because I don't know, in like the workplace and stuff, when people decide to give you an opportunity or like give you a shot at, I don't know, making more money at like a job or whatever, that's based on whether they think you're good or like you're competent or not. And if they think you're incompetent, then they're not gonna give you. You're basically at the mercy of like you know, people's and how they perceive you and stuff. So if they think you're incompetent, like women do, like, you know, it happens in so many places, like, I don't know, everywhere, all spheres of life almost, except if it's like I don't know, stripping or whatever, or all these like female dominated professions. You know, if they think you're incompetent, then they're not going to give you a shot at those things. You know, they're basically like hindering your progress. All right, so yeah.
You know,
let's see.
I still think that sometimes women need to just take it back a little, you know, and then realize, yes, I do need a man for this, or I do need a man for that. And I will say this about us women. Us women are the master manipulators. And that's why I think if I were to be a boss of a company, if it was legal, I would hire just all men all the time. Because, you know, women are just so crazy to use the woman card to say, oh, he sexually harassed me by the way he looked at me, or he sexually harassed me because he watched me walk into the bathroom. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I know this firsthand, how crazy women can be with the whole sexual harassment. You can just say anything nowadays as a woman and just make stuff up. So I think it's better to have a mostly male-dominated.
Okay, yeah, if you're gonna like step back and let them be dominant or superior, yeah, what are you gonna do when like in so many places, including like the United States, like a guy decides, or in the past decides that you're his property. Basically they would treat you like, I don't know, their car or something, like you're basically their property and stuff, and like they can beat you, they can do whatever they want to you and stuff. I mean, it's still like that in many places. Yeah, they can do anything they want with you, and they can have like several wives and stuff. So you're there at the mercy to like serve them and stuff. What kind of life is that? Seriously. And I know you're just trolling, but yeah, I don't know. What about those people, like younger people that look up to you and stuff? You're gonna confuse them, and you're gonna make them like, I don't know, they might adopt your ideas. They might think, all right, this is okay, and you're gonna make them like waste precious like time in their lives and stuff. Because I know there's a lot of like young girls that watch you and look up to you. All right.
Like work field, if that makes sense. And again, like these 21st century laws are happening where it's gotta be equal in the workplace and stuff like that. But you know, if you are gonna have equal, it does make sense to pay men more, because again, it goes back to them exerting themselves more, putting themselves out there more, and that's that. So I just wanted to put that out there before anyone thinks I'm like anti-woman. I'm not. Like, I really wanted to kind of clear the air a little bit about just certain things that make me feel the way I do. So if I ever say anything to offend you, I don't mean it. But when I say things like every girl needs a man, or we need a man for this, I mean, just it's just the case. It just is. And ladies, just think about this. If nothing's expected of us, we'll have no responsibility. And how cool of a world would that be? Pretty awesome, if you ask me. So anyways, that is going to do it for me. I hope you guys got a little better of understanding of me, Trish, and my views. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyways, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Alright. So that was the culmination of your video, of her video. But yeah. Yeah, I know you might just be trolling, but there's a lot of people who already have those misogynist ideas in their heads, and you know they can cite to this video as evidence. You know, they're just gonna obsess over it and stuff because it justifies their beliefs. And you know, that's how it works. I mean, and yeah, so basically, I don't know, you have just as much. Okay, first of all, women don't have self-determination. Like, maybe some of them do. It's a little bit better now, but it's still not equal. And it depends by country also. But I don't know, I'm talking about this country, America. And yeah, so you're just as entitled to, I don't know, this piece of land that it's called the earth, or this mud ball that we call the earth, to, I don't know, to have like your fulfill I don't know, what am I saying, to fulfill your expectations, or your desires. Yeah, you need to fulfill your desires, or your wants, or your needs, or whatever. Meet your basic needs, and not be like encumbered by males, you know, trying to control you and stuff, and like hog up the place and like take control, and like, I don't know, just keep everything for themselves. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, if you like my video, go ahead and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, and spread the word. Okay, bye.